This is Shirley. I want to kind of back up because I just had that second baby, but I won't back up after I had the first baby. After we was down there for 2.5 years in Homer, we went to Anchorage, and my husband taught Bible school in Anchorage, and I was sitting in church. Have you ever been innocent, just not doing anything except I was holding my 10-month-old baby, and a woman walks up to me and says to me, "Would you like to lose some weight?" And I said to her, "Yes, I would." And she said, "Well, I got some herbs and you can lose weight because I've been losing weight." I said, "I have no money." She said, "That doesn't matter." She said, "You got a telephone." And she said, "You live on one side of the town and I live on the other side of the town and I need your phone number." And I went, "Oh, I can do that." And so she said, I'll loan you the herbs till you get the money and then you can pay me back." I said, "Okay, we can do that." And so that's how it started. And she used my phone number, and I got calls, and we got so that we didn't have so much money for groceries. So what we did was I bought the herbs for even for myself wholesale, and we lived on them, and we got down to the lowest weight we've ever been to because we didn't have extra money for the extra food. And so what we did is we did that for about 2 years, and wonderful, wonderful. I mean, I felt great. My husband felt great. Everything was going wonderful. Well, anyway, he had a chance to help to take over this church. So we came out here, and in the meantime, the company I was selling for, the guy ran away with his secretary, and it went down. And I went, "I can't believe this. I found a good product, and now it's not there no longer." So I think, let's see, Shannon was 3 when we moved out, and Susanna was still inside of me. So I just used all the herbs that I did have, and then I just went on doing homeschooling, doing the things that I was supposed to be doing. So after Shannon became a teenager, she wanted to get a summer job, and she kept on seeing this stuff posted on the telephone poles. It says $11, work for the summer. And she said, "Mom, I want to do it." So you had to stand in line, and we went into this room, and we sat around this table, and you had to get interviewed, and she couldn't get interviewed by herself because she was underage. I thought she was 16 at that time. So anyway, at 16, a lady came in. Listen to this. It said exactly the same thing. She said, "Would you like to lose some weight?" It was a lady from Big Lake. I had never met. The other lady I had never met before in my life. This lady I had never met before in my life. I said, "Well, yes, I would like to lose some weight." And so she said, "I have some herbs here that I've lost 42 pounds. I went, "Whoa." And she said, "I'll sell them to you wholesale." And I said, "Okay." But I said, "Okay." And so I had been selling Mary Kay at that time. Before that was Tupperware. I bought me a piano with Tupperware. If I wanted something, I always got out and sold something, and I always ended up getting it. But this time it was Mary Kay. I took some money out of Mary Kay and bought me those 2 herbs. I started losing weight. The people in the church seen it, and they was telling everybody, and they kept knocking on my door. And I went, "I don't have them in stock." And so I started ordering them in stock, and I started selling, and I sold out of my house for 5 years before I got this herb shop. But the main gist of it was each week I did a class. On Tuesday, I did a class, and we would take 2 to 3 herbs, and we would read about them. And people say, "Oh, I need that." And I made sure that the one I did a research paper on, I had the herb there, because if I didn't, they didn't know where to go to get them. And so finally, after 5 years, I had 25 people. One night I had 25 people. They were sitting on the floor. And I can remember, and I said, "This is it." And my husband looked at me and he said, "Shirley, you got herbs all the way up to the ceiling. You've got to do something." I said, "Well," my husband was had been working 3 jobs. He had some extra money in the account that we was waiting to put on the house. But he said, "I'll loan it to you and you pay me back." And I said, "Oh, okay." So and I had it paid back in 1 year. I mean, this herb shop, we built it, and people started coming in, because I told God, I said, I didn't even advertise. I said, "God, if you want the people here, you bring them in through that door." And he did. But I kept on teaching, and I mean, sometimes I only had 1 person, sometimes I had 2, sometimes I had 24. You never know how many people you're going to teach, but the main thing is I cared about each one of them. And that's what got me into herbs.